Why would I use the transform tool when I could use crop or resize? The transform and crop tool do different things to your image or photo. The simple way to remember this is the transform tool lets you change a layer by changing its size, shape, angle, or perspective. Now let's have some fun with the transform tool. There's different ways that you can access the transform tool. You can use the shortcut key, Control or Command T on the keyboard, or you can go up to Edit and then you can choose Free Transform or Transform. Now with Free Transform, the shortcut key is Control T, and if you click on Transform, you can see the options that you've got: Scale, Skew, Perspective, Warp, Rotate 180, and I'm just going to go through a few of those functions to show you how you can use the transform tool. What I tend to do is use actions, and I've got an actions panel over here, and it's called my Workflow Essentials collection, and it's got a list of actions that are repetitive. Transform, it could be a new blank layer, it could be size an image, duplicate a layer, and I find the actions speed up your workflow. But let's start with the simple Command or Control T, and let's see what we can do. How you get the transform tool is up to you. I gave some simple little tips for you before, but I'm going to come over and click on my actions, one click, and I've got the transform tool. And how do I know? Firstly, if I look at my photo or image, I've got corner handles and side handles. If I come up to the menu bar, I've got a tick which accepts the transform I've done, or cancel if I don't want. What I'm going to do now is right mouse click into the middle of the image and choose Flip Horizontal. I'll click that, and what it does, it flips the image. Now, I use this in my landscape photography days quite a bit to change the composition, and I still use it in my digital art. But if I don't like that composition, I can't use the undo or Control Z. So what I have to do is come back into the middle, right mouse click, choose Flip Horizontal, and it gets it back. And I use the transform tool both in landscapes and when I'm working with composites. What else can I do with the transform tool? I'll come back into the middle, right mouse click, and then I have other options that I can choose. Let's go, for example, to rotate 180. And this may be something that you want to do in your creative work or your photography. Again, if I click on undo, it won't work because the undo function doesn't work when it's in the transform tool. I'll right mouse click, then what I'll do is come back and choose back rotate 180, and I get it back to the original composition. What I want to do now is use scale, and scale is different to cropping. Cropping is where you recompose your image, get rid of pixels, give it an aspect ratio, for example. But with scaling, what you're actually doing is bringing the layer, the image or object closer to you. Let me explain. I'm going to come into the middle of the image, right mouse click, and choose scale. What I'm going to do is now grab one of the corner handles and I'm going to drag it out. And what I'm doing is bringing that tree closer to the viewer. I'll get my mouse cursor, move it or reposition it where I actually want. A real life example. When I was photographing this tree, I didn't have a long lens, so I photographed it. But when I was processing, I wanted to bring this image or the tree closer to the viewer, and that's where I use scale in the transform tool. Let me show you what happens when you're cropping and transforming. I now have this image in a crop tool, And I'm going to come up to the top and point out a few things that I usually have set up. I can come up here and uncheck delete crop pixels. When I was working with photos, I didn't want to delete the pixels, but if I had that ticked, as soon as I did a crop, it would delete the pixels. Personal choice, but I like to have that off. The other example is that you can have fill, and if you click on the down arrow, you can choose transparent, generative expand, or content aware fill. But if I just choose transparent and I click and drag one of the handles out, this is where I'm changing the canvas. I've extended it. And if I want, then I can actually then do generative expand or generative fill. If I come over to the other side, again, I'm extending the canvas. And this is the functions that happens in the crop tool, but not in the scale. Let me show you another example where you can use scale to your benefit. I'm going to work with this image and use scale. Now to get transform tool, Control T or Command T, I'm going to come up here to my actions panel, click on Control T and get the transform tool. I'll right mouse click in the middle, choose scale, then I'm going to recompose my actual composition. I'll grab a corner handle, drag it out, and I'll take it right out, reposition where I want, but I think, no, I'd like to have it closer. So again, I grab a corner handle, I'll bring it in. Let's see if that's what I like. No, I think I can go out further. And I'm changing just the composition. Now have a look at the blue lines. That's the actual size of your photo or image when you're using scale. Let me show you another example where you can see the difference working with crop or scale. This photo is a great example to use scale on. Photographed from a distance, I didn't have a long enough lens, but when I was processing, I wanted this beautiful villa to be closer and drawn in to the viewer's eye. I'm going to get my transform tool, Control T or Command T, and then I'm going to grab a corner handle, just drag it out, reposition, and then I might come up into the middle and I'll drag that up, just change the composition. I could even drag out on the left-hand side. Let's zoom down and have a look. No, I think I want it bigger, so I'm going to grab that corner handle and really extend this scaling. Do I want more foreground? Do I want less foreground, more sky? The choice can be yours. Let's go with that. That's what you can't do with cropping. This is my original photo. The next layer I'll turn on, and this is with scaling. It changes the composition, and to me, it brings the viewer's eye closer on this beautiful villa. Let's have some fun with this tree. I'm going to use the warp tool, and I'm going to do a very simple warp on this tree. Now, I feel it's got character, but what else can I do with it? I've got my transform tool on, and you can see by the white handles, I'll come into the middle, right mouse click, and I'll choose warp. Now, when I click on warp, it changes the handles you can see that are blue. This is how I use warp, and it makes it easier for me to see what I'm actually doing. I've got different choices up here, but what I like to work with is a grid 5x5, and that puts a grid onto my image. Let's have some fun. I'm going to come here, click on that white handle. You'll see then it converts to blue dots on the line. I'm just going to click and drag. How do I want this tree to be distorted? I'll come down here, click on this blue dot, do a little bit of adjusting. I'll come over here, click on this dot, And look what I can do to the trunk. Oh, that's certainly going left field. Oh, no, definitely don't want that. I can actually lift an area if I want, but I'm not going to be too radical. I'll come up here to this top dot, extend the branches, move that out, and I'll give it like a long tentacles. And I'll come over here and extend the branches again. It's about having fun. What about the grass in the foreground? I'll grab a dot and I can just change the shape. Now, if I tick on the blue dot, I can also change the angle. That's what I do with some of my composite images now. For example, I might want to distort a chair, or I might want to change the look of an object in my art. I used it in my landscape creative photos. There's many other things that you can do with a warp tool, but this is just a little sneak peek of playing with the transform tool and using warp. Now, if I think I've gone too much, I'll easily come up here, click on this symbol, and I go, no, don't want that. But hold on a minute, I've changed my mind. I'm going to get the transform tool, right mouse click. I'm going to choose warp. I like the grid. It helps me visually. Some people don't, but for me, visually, it works. I'll grab a white dot, lift it up, and I'll just maneuver it around, extend it out. And there's my tree. I'll click on the tick, and there's my beautiful tree with a bit of warp to it. The transform tool is a fantastic tool for landscapes and for composite photography images. It's a tool that I couldn't do so many things in my creative work. Have fun with it, and thanks for watching. If you're looking to save time in Photoshop, check out my essential workflow actions. They're designed to automate those repetitive tasks so you can focus on being creative. The link is in the description.